have a DIY video that I'm so excited to show you. I was commissioned to create some things for my friend's wedding for them to use at the reception, and also some gifts that my friends could give them that match this rustic theme that they're using. The main craft I'll be showing you is how to print really professional looking letters and monograms of your choice onto fabric. I use burlap, but any fabric will work. The first craft is a hanging frame, which you would use this bracket here to hang it on the wall, and then I just decorated a spare piece of board that I found and then printed on some burlap. The second thing I made are these two glasses, and then I just used Velcro on the back so that it can be taken off. But you could print anything on this burlap and frame it, or make placemats, tablecloths, table runners, anything you can think of. I'm really excited to share this craft with you all, so stay tuned.
Let's begin with the materials you'll need. You'll obviously need a fabric of your choice. I used burlap, a glue gun to secure it down, paint, and a sponge. Acrylic paint to be exact. Optional is sandpaper, a paintbrush, and wood to put your fabric on. Other important materials you'll need is an Xacto knife. Scissors won't really work if you want to cut out letters, and I bought new blades so that it could be very sharp to cut through the freezer paper. This is another thing that you'll definitely need. This is for your stencil. Freezer paper is important because it has a shiny side and a flat side. So here you can see the shiny wax paper side. That's what it'll allow it to stick to your fabric. You'll also need scissors to cut your freezer paper and fabric to size. Next, you'll need a surface to do your cutting with your Xacto blade on. I'm just using this cardboard box that I had around. It's actually from a pizza. You'll also need to print out whatever you want to create your stencil with. I chose a Monogram print, typed what I wanted, printed it out. Make sure it fits your fabric and cut your fabric to size. And next, you'll cut your freezer paper to the right size for your stencil. Then you'll put the freezer paper on top of your stencil and you'll cut through it. Put the plastic side down and voila, you can see through your stencil. Next, start cutting out your letters. Once you start cutting, don't move the freezer paper or your stencil will become uneven. So here we go. Here's the stencil all cut out. Make sure you save those tiny pieces, like the little triangle inside the A, or the holes inside the and sign that I use. Save those because we're going to use them later. Next, arrange it on your fabric. And here I am just testing to see that it's centered in the middle of the fabric with a hot iron. You'll just press lightly, and since the wax paper is down, it'll lightly stick to your fabric of choice. You don't need to keep it on there for a long time. It'll stick. Then that's where you need to have saved those little pieces, and I'm arranging them back on to the fabric, and I'm just going to use the iron again to stick those into place. Alright, there we go. It's all stuck, as you can see. So easy. Now on an appropriate work surface, use your sponge and start stamping away. This is a worry-free paint project because your stencil keeps it in place. Wait until it's completely dry and then peel off. This was so simple, and I was amazed at how perfect these letters turned out. You'll have to peel off those little pieces one by one, but it's okay. I'm glad that I saved those because it came out looking so professional and clean. If you do want to use a frame or something to put your burlap on, I chose to make my own. So you could frame it or stick it on your wall as is, or make tablecloths, anything you wanted to print on, pillowcases, really anything. I'm making a frame. I'm just mixing the colors how I want, and then I'm going to paint stripes onto this frame is the pattern that I chose. And this is just an old piece of wood. I actually got it out of a scrap pile. But paint can turn anything into something cute. After you hot glue the fabric into place, you'll want to get the edges if the fabric is not hemmed, and burlap does fray, as most fabric does, so I just hit the corners with some hot glue so that this will stay looking pristine forever. I really hope you guys enjoyed my crafting. If you do make this wooden frame yourself, make sure to adhere some sort of bracket to the back so that you can hang it. I just nailed this simple one in. And let me know if you try it out.